got it. Being recorded.
There we are.
That's creepy.
Scary.
Whoa.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my public life as an American nerd. My name is Eddie. I'm here today with Izik Bell and Alexa Lowe. Hi, guys. How you guys doing?
Good,
Doing
man.
Good.
For you that don't know them, they are comic book artists and a comic book creator, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Uh,
Metal Shade.
Metal Shade is the comic book that they make, and you do also other forms of comic books as well too, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you've done other covers.
Covers. Yeah, we do a bunch of variant covers.
Yeah.
We're really invested in our own projects, doing
Right.
Metal Shade, and she's got an art book coming out.
Yep. Just for me.
Killed by Sexy Ninjas.
Mhm.
Is that what it's called? Killed by 60 Ninjas, or is that?
Yeah, probably.
It's the working title for now.
Cool.
Like drawing sexy ninjas.
Now, Metal Shade, that's your own creation.
Yeah, that's something we came up with together, and we've produced 2 issues so far, and we're working on another issue. Hopefully we'll be launching a Kickstarter campaign for that one in like August, September. So, and that's going to be issue 0. So we're going to go back and give a little more context for the first story arc with an issue 0.
So sort of like a prequel.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other 2 you released primarily on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It went well. So let's see, the first issue, we averaged like over 600 backers per issue. So it's a good start for us.
We didn't know what to expect. I mean, we thought that we were kind of like nobodies in a way.
I pulled up your website. Here's your website.
Yeah,
and it
this
has
lady right here designed our website, and she builds our Kickstarter campaigns and all that stuff. So that's why it looks so nice and professional.
Akira Kairi is the name of the studio, correct?
Yeah.
Akira Kirai.
Akira Kairi. And then you have your I think I'm on issue 2, but if you hit here on comics, you can find issue 1 here. And look at this great artwork. Now you are the drawer, or
I'm the drawer, and she's the colorist.
and you guys collab together. How long have you been working together?
Since 2017.
Yeah, since 2017, we started collaborating on. We started off with I did a drawing that she painted over, and from there, like it just fit really well. My lines and her colors fit really well, so
Yeah.
we kept it going.
So can you give us a little brief introduction into creating a comic book, how it gets started, who does the writing, who does the artwork, who does the coloring, and then the finished product?
Yeah, so the idea itself, when I was a teenager, I was always coming up with comic book ideas, and that's when I came up with the name Metal Shade. And then I've just been kind of in my head over the years, kind of working on the characters, but I never got really far with it until she came along, and because she does all original content. She has her own characters and stuff that she always worked on. So when I met her, she really started encouraging me to actually develop the Metal Shade idea. And then she started helping me develop the characters and the world building. And there was a lot of that before we ever started doing pages. And I did start drawing pages and scrapped a lot of it in the beginning. It just wasn't good enough. She's also the editor. She's the one that's like there letting me know what's working, what's not.
Yeah. he would be kind of frustrating when he would make pages that I thought were really good, and then he would like throw white out on top of the whole thing. Why? And then over time, I would just watch him throw white out on it, and I'll be like, he's gonna learn. That was a bad idea. But yeah.
She would just sit over there like kind of laughing at me while I'm whiting out my artwork. But
yeah, but I've learned over time to just be like, this is good. Stop. So yeah.
Now I see on some of the Metal Shade covers, Alexa, your name is on some of the variants. Did you do the line work as well as the coloring?
Yeah, those ones I just completely illustrated myself. So those two, and then that one shiny one right next to them.
so, and it's worth mentioning, her variants are always the best sellers in the campaigns. So
People like that manga stuff. They really like the manga stuff.
The manga stuff. So did you start creating, do you enjoy manga and what am I gonna say? Oh man, I just drew a blank. Do you enjoy drawing manga?
Yeah, manga was always my passion. For him, it was comics growing up. For me, it was manga. So I think I was like 9 years old. No, it was like I was 6 years old and Pokemon was a thing.
Pokemon, okay.
And I was really into that. And then it wasn't until like middle school, there's a girl that was reading manga and I really liked that art style. And so I just decided to.
The word I was trying to get out was anime.
Yeah.
Anime.
Yeah.
So you enjoy anime. A lot of your art too, Izik. I see some anime in it as well.
yeah, big time. I'm obsessed with anime and manga. I grew up on American comics, but these days I read a lot more manga than American stuff.
Credits to me.
Yeah, she really got me into it. I'm really hooked on a lot of anime too. And my personal opinion, I love comics. That's always going to be my heart and soul, but I think the stuff that's coming out right now, for my taste, I prefer the manga stuff that's coming out to most of the American comics. So, but there are a ton of hidden gems, like hidden treasures coming off of Kickstarter and Indiegogo that I really love. So, there's still great comics out there as well.
Looking at your art, you see kind of a combination of both the anime and the American style of comic books. You see a combination of both with your art, Isaac, and that's what makes your art so different and stand out so much more. I'm looking at it right now, and it's just amazing how you could get the muscles and the expressions on the face and have a little bit of anime around it as well.
Well, it's good to hear that because that's definitely what I'm going for. So,
Hybrid style.
Yeah. When we started hanging out, I definitely started absorbing some of her style and some of the things she would do. I definitely learned how to like draw hair from her, learned how to draw women from her. As you can see, like the stuff you pulled up now, like this is all her art.
And what I did is I went to I'm at their website now, and I pulled up their art prints, and this is just you guys' prints. They're not comics, they're prints, and basically just stuff that you enjoy drawing.
Yeah, they're just like pinups and stuff.
The one that I wanted to show, the one that captured my attention right away, is this Harley Quinn print. That one is awesome.
That's a collab between both of us, and that was a fun piece to work on together.
Yeah. Now with the coloring, Isaac, do you know what colors you want when you're drawing it, and you kind of relay that to Alexa, or do you just do the line work and say, "Go, Alexa"?
That's literally what it is. He always kind of like makes me think
she does. Yeah, she makes it look good. in the beginning I would try to do that, and then the colors just wouldn't be right because I can't see it in my head the way she can.
He doesn't see in color very much. He sees very much in black and white art. So
Because I gotta tell you, you guys complement each other from your artwork, Isaac, and then just seeing the outcome of the product and seeing those colors, those unusual shades of purples and blacks and dark blues, that brings out so much of the art that you drew is amazing. She does a great job.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I agree. I'm so lucky to get to work with her.
Now, when you're growing up doing reading comic books, uh, who was your artist that you would? Who was the artist that you enjoyed and the artist that you followed?
Well, when I started reading comics, I was very young, and I didn't really follow specific artists at that age. I didn't get that yet. I was a big Thor fan. I was more following characters. But as I started to get into my like preteen years and my early adolescence, I definitely was all about the early Image founders, and I loved like Del Keown, Stephen Platt, Mark Silvestri. Those guys are definitely like top tier for me. Jim Lee. So those were the guys for me.
Finch also helped you a lot with your
Dave
style.
Finch. Yeah.
Now, what was your influence, Alexa?
I really liked an artist named Yu Watase,
Hmm.
and she did a lot of like really shiny hair, and I wanted to draw the hair shiny like that. And nowadays, I think I look up to artists like, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Creon, so CR.E.ON. I don't know.
Creon on Instagram. He's
Creon on
badass.
Instagram. He does these like he draws a bunch of sexy girls, but they're in really weird positions, and you have to know anatomy really well to be able to pull it off. I also like Dan Mendoza's stuff, but yeah, it's a lot of forced perspective that is beyond me. But yeah,
When I told Dan Mendoza and Nightmare Lynch that you guys are going to be there, she got very excited and gave me a
they're
thumbs
so
up and said,
sweet.
Man, I love those guys.
Yeah.
I'm really thankful. Dan and Nightmare brought us on to do some covers, and it's been pretty humbling because they're at another level above, like just where they're at with their books and their careers. And I feel like I know I've learned a lot from being in their campaign. It's just great to see how they do things. And even before we did something with them, the Still Ill Princess stuff on Kickstarter was probably the main stuff that we were looking at to like figure out how to do, because just the way their campaigns are set up is so clean, and it's just so cool looking.
Yeah.
So they're a big inspiration.
I'm 52 years old. And when I first started looking at comic books, I was much younger, in my teens and earlier, and I stopped collecting comic books up until a few years back. And one of the first things I saw was a book on Amazon, and it was Zombie Trap. It was
good.
It was the anthology book, the one that has all of the first original books. And I picked it up, and then I started following Dan Mendoza, and I tried to get them on a podcast with me for such a long time. Then I finally got them on August last year, and I seem to think of them as good friends, but I have yet to meet them.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Now we're doing an event called Scare Fair. They were the first two that I approached with the idea of Scare Fair, and then it went on from there. Scare Fair is happening on October 30th. Isaac and Alexa, you two are going to be there as well. And we have, besides Dan and Nightmare Lynch, we have 6 more comic book artists as well. David Harrigan.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm JP Roth,
Cool.
Ebas, Eric Basildua. Have you worked with him before?
I haven't worked with him, but we've met him a few times at different conventions, and I mean, his work is just,
Yeah.
God tier. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's an amazing artist. We also have who else? Bill McKay as well,
Who's that?
and Bill McKay.
Oh, Bill
Bill
McKay.
McKay.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bill McKay's gonna be there, and so we have one more. Wendy Steen um, Shaden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's awesome,
yeah,
man.
that's the lineup that we have for this year. Next year, this is the first time I'm announcing this right now. Next year, because you couldn't be at Scare Fair this year, we're going to have Chad Harden.
Cool.
So
Nice.
yeah, that's a great start for our next year's event. But yeah, I reach out to the comic book community because that's what I knew best, and that's who I had the relationship with. And some of you guys, even though they're not horror comics, you have that element of putting some horror into your comics. You have some that um, well, let's see. Here's another one that I like. This one right here. It's
Yeah.
OG Shrine. I like that as well. And so those kind of images I was thinking of when I was putting together Scare Fair. And you comic book artists I had in mind first when doing this. So
Cool. Yeah, I mean, definitely horror is infused in everything we do. I mean, you'll see a lot of her prints are really dark, psychological, very horror-esque.
Yeah, not the ones that are up on the website, but a lot of my personal art is, yeah, a lot of psychological stuff.
and what gets you there, Alexa? What what influences you to draw those images?
My brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always I grew up in a household where you couldn't really talk about emotions at all. And I always felt very different. And I had problems with feeling depression a lot, feeling anxiety, um, just feeling out of control with my brain and then no one to talk to. I didn't have the coping mechanisms. And so over time, I just drew what I felt over the years. And so I ended up drawing some really creepy stuff. I guess my brain is really creepy. Yeah.
No, in a good way.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself like in class doodling a lot?
Oh my gosh. I think both of us, but yeah, like all the time. It's funny when the teachers would tell you to stop drawing, you're not going to stop drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Isaac?
Yeah, I was well known for not paying attention in class and just drawing all over my homework. I got in trouble for that a lot. It's funny because that's the thing that my classmates would remember me for is so, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, same.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Did now you also have, I'm gonna mention this, you have a tattoo of a Ninja Turtle. No?
Oh yeah. The Raphael where he's got Shredder's helmet on his.
Right. Were you a big Ninja Turtle fan, or are you still?
Yeah, that was like my first love as a really small guy was dinosaurs, and then I graduated into Ninja Turtles. So that was all pre-superheroes. So yeah, Ninja Turtles, that was the first comics and animation that I got into, and that was my jam. I was in love. So yeah, that's what started me off.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, who is your biggest influence today? Like, who would you like to meet that you haven't met yet?
I mean, I'm excited to meet Dan and Nightmare. Like
Oh yeah, Matt
that's
did.
that's awesome, man. And I mean, so thanks to you for, inviting us out. And so I'm excited for that, you
Yeah.
know.
That's cool. Well, you guys are going to be right next to him, so
Nice.
Oh.
and so enjoy that. Yeah, that whole panel is gonna have a ball with where you guys are positioned. I got some. I was getting some overwhelming responses from other artists and from other vendors, other comic book artists that wanted to join, but because the venue, I did not expect to overpack it.
Right.
I went over about 14 booths. So we're going to actually move into a bigger building, hopefully.
Cool.
And 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 for our Pope Culture Expo, which is in February, we're going to have more comic book writers there as well. So
Nice.
I just expect this thing to grow and get bigger. But
Yeah.
I think for this one, for Scarefair in October 30th, it's gonna be quite an event. There are some great artists as well that are gonna be there. I got uh, a message from Curtis Rekovich. He's the artist out of Las Vegas, and he's an artist that I've only seen his art several times and never purchased it. It was always too expensive, but never. And his wife texts me, "Can we get in?" Oh hell yeah, you can go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was they're coming from Vegas. Now Dan has a following from Arizona, Vegas, and LA. So we cover 3 states right there in our area of Victorville, um, where the event's being held. We're kind of like a good spot for all 3 states to come in and check out some of Dan's work.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
And
great location.
where
I
are
don't
you?
think I've ever actually even been to it's Modesto. Is that, am I right?
Modesto? You've been to Modesto? No,
No,
we're in Victor.
I haven't been to Modesto actually.
We're in Victorville. We're still Southern California. We're
Yeah.
San Bernardino County.
San,
It's
okay.
it's the largest county in the United States. um, it's 40 minutes west of no east of Los Angeles.
Right.
Yeah. And you guys are located where?
What's that?
Where are you located?
We're in Kansas right now.
Kansas.
Yes.
Kansas, Wichita, Kansas.
My grandmother was born in Kansas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've
Bunch-
never been out there.
bunch
No,
of
I
schools.
I've been through there. I've
Yeah.
actually made a stop there for an appointment, but I've never gone any. I haven't done any searching for any landmarks or anything out that way
Yeah.
I don't think there's a whole lot.
in Kansas. Tornadoes.
Tornadoes,
Tornadoes.
really cool storms. We're pretty new to this area. We've been here for like 2 years, 2.5 years. So she's from Seattle and I'm from all over the place, but mostly California.
Now I saw a video of you, Isaac. The video, and then speed it up, is a video of you packaging your own comics and sending them out. It's a video that was on I think it was on your Facebook, I think. I'm not sure which one.
Probably.
And there was a view taking the actual comic books, wrapping them, and then putting them in the box and sending them out. I just want the fans to know the kind of work that you put out, because you do that all yourself, or do you have a team that does it, or distribution?
Yeah, this is my team right here. Yeah,
So
I mean, last time my mom came out and helped a little bit, but so far it's been us. So, and we'll have like, 700 orders to send out. So it's not undoable, but it's a lot of work.
yeah, that's crazy. And what about your publishing? Who does your publishing?
Well, so far we just have our backers and then people that buy stuff through the, oh, do you mean the printing?
Yes.
So we print through Print Lore. We also, they're out of Chicago. They've done a really good job so far. We've also done a little bit of work with
Artist Express.
Artist Express out of Arizona, Phoenix. So I'm sure you're aware of there's a lot going on in Phoenix right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, Coffin Comics.
Coffin Comics, yes.
Yeah.
Dan still uses Coffin Comics for his distribution as well. And
Yeah, I'm sure that's smart, you know. I mean,
yeah.
So it's a lot. We spend a lot of time packing and shipping when we could be working on the next issue.
A lot of comic book artists, writers, have gone Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Instead of going to major publishers. Is there a reason why you decided to go Kickstarter?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, Kickstarter and Indiegogo are changing the game right now in a big way. So, I mean, it's crazy because, you know, a lot of the creators working at Marvel and DC right now are not making what they should be making, you know, and there are a lot of guys coming out of, you know, doing crowdfunding comics, and they're not big names at all, you know, but it's basically taken a lot of the power and put it in the hands of the creators and allowed us to go straight to the readers, straight to the fans, and let them decide like what should be successful. So I love it. You know, I'm so thankful for those platforms.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't be able to do what we do without them.
It gives you you're more in the driver's seat. You have more control over your own product.
Yeah, we have all the control, and you know, the sales that, you know, all the sales we make, that money's not going to a big corporation and then like us getting a small cut of it, you know, like we do the work and we earn off of it. So it's great.
Yeah, that is great. I know Brian Polito. Yeah, I got a chance to interview him on a podcast last year, and his Lady Death comic from Coffin Comics has been around for some time, over 25 years, I think. And for him to kind of take the lead in going Kickstarter and actually very successfully taking control of his business and showing you younger artists how to do it is just awesome. Yeah,
big time. He's showing the way. Like he's the king.
Yeah.
So
have you had a chance to work with him?
No, I haven't. We met him briefly in New Mexico, Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just got a really cool Art Germ Lady Death print.
Oh wow.
From him, signed by him. So we've got that framed on the wall.
I have a couple of things signed by him as well. I got quite a few Dan Mendoza signed, but I've yet to meet him as well.
Yeah, we'll all meet him together.
Yeah, hopefully at one of the events. Now you've worked with other comic books. Cave Woman, I believe, was it one of them?
Yeah, Cave Woman. A friend of mine on Facebook, Andrew Mangum, introduced us to Kevin, who is the publisher for Emerald Entertainment. So, and then it's had us doing Cave Woman covers, and
Patriotica is another one.
Patriotica, love that series.
Yeah,
that's also coming out of Phoenix.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. So, great hub area, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Are you planning on working with anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, we're always open to it, you know.
I was actually looking through my boxes because I think I have a White Widow of yours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. My wife and I we started collecting White Widow over a year and a half ago, I believe, and we've just started collecting the different variant covers. And I think, and I could swear I have one of yours in that stack as well.
Yeah, it's in our shop too, on the under others, I think comic and others, but yeah.
Yeah, if you look in the comics section and other comics, you might see the book that you're talking about. But yeah, man, we did the I Make Boys Cry
Oh, it's not
cover.
in there.
Oh yeah, it's not in there. We might be getting comps of that
That's
one,
right, that's right.
but we're not really sure. They said they'd send some. But we just got the I did pledge to that White Widow campaign though, and got at least one copy. So
You had to pledge yourself, huh?
yeah,
It's by Izik
Yeah.
Bell, by the way.
Yeah.
they yeah, a lot of the comic campaigns, they don't credit the colorist, so she gets left out of the credits on. And it's so funny. Well, it's not funny, but like I do this like really simple line art, and then she like paints it and turns it into a masterpiece, and then it'll be like art by Izik Bell. I'm like,
I'll be like,
yeah.
Yeah. Now on your Metal Shade, do you have other artists do the cover as well?
we have a few. A lot of them are just our friends. One of them is Kevin Anthony DeCastro. Oh no, he does the colors.
Yeah,
Who's the
Anthony
other one?
Kevin Anthony DeCastro did some colors for us, and we'll continue working with him. He's a great artist, and he got credited because she runs the campaigns, and she makes sure those guys.
Yeah, make sure your color artists get credit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also, I'm not. Are you familiar with Yo-Yo?
Yolanda Ruiz.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's amazing. So she just did a piece of art of one of our characters, and it was so good that we had to use it as a cover. So she did a cover for us.
Yeah.
She's our friend too. I love that girl.
The artwork that is right behind your head, Izik. That one I love. The coloring on that one. I didn't see that. Yes, I didn't see it on your website, or is it on your website? That one's amazing.
That's
So-
this brilliant lady's
Did
color.
did you do the coloring and the line work, or did you do
So he did the
the
line work,
work?
and I did the colors.
Yeah, that one's amazing. Yeah, you guys,
Yeah.
like I said, you guys work great together.
Thanks, man.
Let's see. Is there anything? Okay, you have your website. How can somebody find you on Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah.
Can we send you a thing, or because she's Kira Kirai, is that right?
Yeah, Kira Kirai on Instagram.
Yeah,
Okay,
at
Instagram.
Akira Kirai. Is it just one word?
Yeah.
That's spelled AKIRA.
Mhm.
KIRAI.
Yeah, I like
At
hearing people get confused.
right. So I wanted to be sure we spelled that right. And then you, Isaac, how can you be found?
So I'm Insidious _ Izik, Izik. So that's on Twitter and Instagram. So
He's trying to work his Twitter a little more.
yeah, on Facebook I'm just Izik Bell.
Isaac Bell.
Yeah.
That's a unique way that you spell your name, Isaac. IZIK. Is that is that how it is on your birth certificate, or is that
No, so like on my birth certificate it's ISAAC, just the normal spelling. So when I was in school, I always spelled my name a different way just because I was a weird kid and I would do weird stuff. And but I would always use a Z instead of the S. So then my art signature became IZ. and I loved that the way that signature looked. And I was like, man, I got to change my name to Izik now. So that's how I've always spelt it since I was a kid. But yeah, it's not on my driver's license. That's a more boring spelling.
More boring
A lot
stuff.
of people don't get it. They'll say like Izik or
Oh,
Izik.
Yeah, I was surprised you called me Izik because everyone.
Yeah.
oh, I knew what it was
Well,
immediately. Yeah,
yeah, people call me Izik, but
is it?
whatever.
You take it.
Yeah,
What's funny is I get called Edward, Edwin, Eduardo, um, all those names. My name's just plain Eddie. That's
Eddie.
how it is. Yeah, that's how it is on my birth certificate and my social security card. And I was in the military. They used to call me Eddie Munster because I have a widow's peak.
Yeah,
And then they went from Munster to just plain Eddie. So they were calling me by my first name and they didn't even realize it.
right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, man? I had no idea what you look like because I always see your profile picture when we talk and you're wearing a mask. So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Then I went to your profile today and I was like, oh, there's pictures of his face. He has a face under there.
Yeah. A lot of people I for work I did a lot of traveling and I would have to schedule my appointments on the phone. So I'd schedule appointments on the phone and then I'd fly out to go meet whoever I was meeting. Usually it was a doctor, a plastic surgeon, and I'd go out there and meet him and he'd be like, you're not what I expected. And I guess from the way he spoke and everything else, I didn't have the beard though. This beard has grown during COVID. And my wife likes it. My wife likes it and she says, leave it. Now I shaved it once during that time. And she did not like that I shaved it.
I mean, I like the beard, man. It looks cool.
But I was the way I grew it the first time was more at an angle, so it was perfect. This time it's like really weird growing. But David Harrigan told me to dye the beard, yeah, because he had a blue one, and now I think he has a pink. So he's gonna come to Scarefair as well with a dyed beard. Right
Dyed
here.
beard, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fan of the gray, but you got the gray and the black going in there.
Oh my gosh. Look, my hair is black. Well, my beard is gray.
It looks good like that, though. Like,
yeah, and I've been growing my hair too. So see how black my hair is, and then look,
yeah,
luscious.
It's a dark brown. But yeah, and my beard just
gray, but my hair is like platinum, or it's really light, so you can't see my gray hair. It's kind of disappointing. I want people to think that I'm wise, but it's not
wise. It doesn't work for me either. It does not work for me. Yeah. My mom, she just stares at me all the time. Why do you grow that? Why'd you grow that? Yeah. Well, anything else you guys want to add?
No, I mean,
any Kickstarters coming up?
What's that?
Any Kickstarters coming up? Any promos?
Yeah. Okay. So we're hoping for August, September timeframe. We'll be launching a Kickstarter campaign for Metal Shade issue 0. So, and we've been working on that issue. We learned a lot from doing the first 2 issues. So this is a step up in quality and just understanding how to make a comic. So really excited about this next issue. We've been teasing it online.
We put our all art-wise into this issue. So the first issue, we really threw down on the lines, and I liked Sana Takeda from Monstrous. I liked her colors, and I think I kind of like maybe mimicked it a little bit too much. It still turned out amazing in my opinion, but I wasn't like doing my full thing. Like
she's grown as a colorist. We both.
And then the second issue is amazing too, but I know that we felt that we could do better. And this issue that's coming out, he put everything in his lines. I put everything in my colors, so it'll be a treat. visual treat for everyone.
Do you guys still surprise yourselves?
Yes.
We
Like
we
with-
still surprise ourselves.
Yeah. Like with the next creation after you finish, do you surprise yourself still every time you do a drawing or a coloring? Do you guys say, well, I can't believe I came out with that, or change your creativity?
Yeah, I mean it's I
He'll, oh, go on.
no, I mean it's cool what we're able to do now, because it's, it takes so much work to get to a level where you are happy with what you're putting out there. So I mean, I definitely spent most of my life just being very unhappy with my art. So
Yeah, Isaac will stare at his art when he's finished it for like literal hours, and it's kind of cute. And for me, I'll look back at my drawing like, how did I do that? Like, I'll think that a lot. How did I do it?
yeah.
That's cool. I want to put this out for your fans that will be coming to Scare Fair. If you're planning on coming, you will have an exclusive. Something that you
Yeah.
have in mind. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna do an exclusive Ashcan preview of issue 0, and that'll be showing up at Scare Fair.
That's
So
cool.
we're putting that together.
So if any of you guys want an exclusive, come up to Scare Fair, meet Isaac and Alexa. It was my privilege having you guys both on today's podcast. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you guys.
On.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, man.
Oh,
It's
no
been a
problem.
pleasure.
It was a very emotional for me to have you guys here, because this is new for you guys. This is a new podcast for me. This is actually my third podcast for this show, my public life as American Nerd. So you guys are my second guest on my third podcast. So
Cool.
welcome. I do appreciate it. And you guys, thank you very much. I do really do appreciate you guys coming on. And
Thank you, man.
and I appreciate you guys doing Scare Fair, October 30th, San Bernardino Fairgrounds in Victorville. Coming out, meet both Isaac and Alexa. Thank you guys.
Hell yeah.
Thank
Thanks, man.
you.
All right.
Have a
Goodbye.
good one.
You too.
Peace.